Miss me? I missed all you. So I'm coming back. Wanted to make this video just to let you all know where I've been, what's been going on, and what to expect from the channel here on out. So, as always, I am your faithful Lycanthrokeith. Thank you very much for the continued support, and I hope we can keep things going nicely and even more nicely than we did before. So I'm going to tell you what to expect and what happened, like I said. And so you have something else to watch instead of my twitchy, face. We're going to be playing a little Alien Crush. This is already up on the channel, but it's always a good time for living evil pinball. And I'm still screwing up on my vocals, so it's still me. So, to give you a basic rundown of what's been going on, it's been 8 months, approximately, since I last streamed anything on Twitch or put anything up on YouTube. And the main reason behind that is fatigue. Part of it is related to my insomnia and just having a general lack of motivation to do things. My bipolar probably fits in there somewhere. I don't really want to blame it too much on outside stuff, because that never really stopped me throughout 2000, but there were just a lot of times where I had no ambition to do really anything. So it wasn't just the YouTube and the Twitch that got put by the wayside. All the hobbies and things that I had suffered. You bastard. So the main thing that I wanted to do this time differently, I wanted to come back with some help, because I took a good hard look. You son of a bitch! Can you all believe that? But yeah, I took a good long look at where my biggest grievances with the whole process really came in, and like what was really holding me back from picking it up where I left off. And I determined after a long time that the biggest problem was the editing. I freaking hate editing. I think I've said this before, but I am terrible at it. So I went in search of an editor, and given the fact that I don't have much money to, spend or promise or anything like that, the search did not go well for a while. And then a very, very wonderful longtime friend of mine stepped up to the role. So I would like to let everybody know that I have a post-production assistant, or a person in charge of post-production, actually, is the better way to put it. Because very rarely will I be doing any type of editing unless it's extraordinarily simple. He's going to be handling the majority of the stuff. His name is Matthew Carr Anderson. You will be seeing his template, or his promo card rather, at the end of the videos going into the future. So I'm very glad to have him aboard. He is incredibly patient and incredibly good at what he does. Jesus. So I am, and he is doing this for me free, basically, so I'm not going to be too demanding on him, but he is saving me a whole lot of headaches. So Matthew Carr Anderson, my dear friend, thank you very much, and welcome aboard. So next thing, I want you to all know what to expect from the channel going forward. Now, what I intend to do, and then keep in mind everything I say is always subject to potential reassessment. I do promise if that's the case, I will make a video telling you and not just disappear for months on end. What I am planning to do right now is to release at least 2 videos every week. I have not yet decided if I'm going to do it on a particular day. I also have not decided if I'm going to suck at this game or not, but the game is kind of deciding for me. Well, luckily I have tons of virtual quarters. Oh man, I don't even get up on the scoreboard. So, here's the structure that I plan on having them take. The videos in general are going to be pulled from the past streams I have done. And to that end, there are going to be some variances in how they look, how they sound, things like that, because only recently I discovered, much to my dismay, that where I thought I had the audio properly separated between the desktop audio and my microphone, which would have made for easier editing, I did not have it set right. So it was all recording as one big track. That has now been fixed, so anything that I freshly record, the hell was that? Anyway, yeah, anything I record from this point on, and took mercy on me. Nice, I appreciate that. We'll actually have a separate mic track from the desktop audio, meaning that if my voice ends up too low or the game audio ends up too low, it's going to be easier to fix. I can't necessarily promise that it's a definite fix, but it will be not an impossible fix. Some videos, unfortunately, are going to be like that, where you'll just have to tinker with it on your end, and I apologize in advance for that. I have decided, unless it's a very extreme circumstance, not to re-record any of my old videos, because I want things to go up as I did them in the moment, and for the most part, I am happy with the jokes I made and the trivia that I put forth, and yes, even the outros I did totally spontaneously, where I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? So you'll be able to see all the old favorites, and most things will go up. There may be some things that will just be lost to time, but the reason why is because I didn't think they'd be really worth anyone's time now. So the other half will be brand new stuff, and I'll be recording that in a format similar to what you're seeing right now, where the majority of the screen will be the main game. That black part up in the upper right corner will generally be used for a image of the game art, kind of like what I put up for the YouTube thumbnail. I just didn't do it in this case because I didn't think of it until I started, so just to show you, you're still going to get the same professional quality you're used to. And what I will have in those 2 videos, here's the plan I want to do. I know that I have basically 2 types of videos. I have videos that are 1 or 2 shots, where they're over in 2 uploads, and then I have long-term games. Long-term games will be things like Critical Depth, XCOM, The Legend of Dragoon, stuff like that. The short terms would be anything you see on my channel that only has a single video of about 40-45 minutes length, things like the Three Stooges, Galaga 90, that kind of stuff. So every week I want to have 1 video at least of the long-term project, and one video at least of a one-shot. The reason for that, I know not everybody is going to be interested in seeing week after week a ongoing series of a game that they may not be interested in, or people just may get sick of it. But at the same time, if I start it, I want to finish it. So, for those folks who happen to feel that way, no worries. Everybody's, got their tastes and everybody gets sick of stuff. I've gotten sick of stuff. I will have the one-shot up, so you always have something new to watch every week. And depending on what the one-shot is, if it's like a 2-video thing, I may end up posting both videos the same week. I may just do the second video the next week. That's a kind of play-it-by scenario. So that is how I'm planning to do the uploading right now. So let me just check my things about what I wanted to talk about. Yes. Okay, I talked about video variances, 2 videos minimum a week. Okay, and talked about my post-production guru, Matthew Carr Anderson. Okay, so a couple of things that are elephants in the room. The first one is Twitch. Now, I am recording this in mid to late October. This is the 19th when I'm recording this. And for anyone who doesn't know, there has been a lot of problems on Twitch with hate raids. That is shit I don't need and nobody else needs either. So, part of the reason that I'm sticking to YouTube for the foreseeable future, I don't want to have to deal with those. I don't want to have to have anyone else deal with those. Yeah, I want everyone to have a good time when they're here playing games vicariously through me. As far as Twitch went, actually, I'm steady at 50 followers the last time I checked, which means I do technically qualify for affiliate status. One of the things I think kind of drove me away was when I looked over the information on how to apply and what would be expected of me and so on and so forth, and getting paid, basically. I'm one of those people that likes to read things thoroughly. I want to know what I'm getting into. And a lot of people will laugh at that, but, I don't want to be like the one Dilbert strip where Dilbert agreed to the EULA on his new edition of Windows without reading it, and thus agreed to become Bill Gates' towel boy. So, the legalese just kept going, and the more they referenced, the more they referenced what was going on, the more it led to one thing after another. And it's like, well, see this form, see this form, see this form, as detailed in there, and blah, blah. It just was too much. I just didn't want to go through with it. So I have not made myself a Twitch affiliate. All likelihood, I probably won't. I think it would be a minuscule return versus what I would have to go through to get signed up and stay signed up, and possibly what I would have to do to not risk it. I don't want to compromise content. So, I do still have my Twitch channel open and accessible. Occasionally, I may do a Twitch stream. The other thing, though, that goes in with doing the Twitch streams, is another reason I had backed away from them. My insomnia has been worse. To the point where it's very hard for me to plan anything out. Like, as I speak to you right now, I want to on Sunday go to a local bookstore and a local arcade. So I've been trying to go to sleep around midnight in the hopes that I can train myself to be awake at the proper time on Sunday with enough sleep to be able to drive. It literally takes me days ahead of planning to figure this out. So, that also makes it hard to stick to a regular schedule, even if I'm streaming in the evenings. There's also the other things that go along with live streaming, like having to do long amounts of grinding and constantly losing to a boss over and over and repeating the same damn things while people are watching, feeling like I'm wasting their time. At least this way, doing it off stream, I can always ask Matt to trim out or fast forward the screwed up bits. So I think it makes for a cleaner product in the end, and I definitely think it means less pressure for both me and him. So, but it's not to say that I won't ever be streaming on Twitch again. If I do have a stream, it will be announced on this channel. I will make an announcement video. I will say when. But do keep in mind that all announcements for Twitch streams are tentative. Because between my insomnia and my bipolar, I cannot necessarily guarantee how I feel from one day to the next. And especially if I'm announcing something, 2 weeks ahead of time that I plan to do, I can't be sure that 2 weeks ahead of time I'll have slept well enough to be coherent enough to do things. So in that case, just as I will announce with videos anything on Twitch, I will announce with videos the cancellation of anything on Twitch. And please, I hope you understand. Okay, so I think that's it for the Twitch. The last thing I wanted to discuss is Patreon. I mentioned always doing that a long time, and it is still in the pipeline. I have not yet set up a Patreon, but it will be done. And I know at this point the tiers that I want to have, there's going to be 3 of them. And I'm not ready to discuss yet what's going to be at each tier or reveal the price points. The only thing I say is that the top tier, I am tentatively planning to be $10 a month, and it's going to have incentives with it that I think are well worth it. So hopefully you will agree. There will be a video detailing everything about the Patreon when the time comes. And I hope that it will interest some of you. It will definitely help me out because I still have no income. Disability has not gone through with Social Security. I'm still relying on my parents for what I need, so this will take some heat off. And, on top of that, it'll give me a chance to, give back to everybody a little bit more. And you can have more say in what goes on in the channel. So, probably, if I had to put a date on it, I would say the earliest info I would have on the Patreon would be the end of November. A lot of it depends on what else goes on. So, I'm going to say end of November for right now, potentially a little bit later. But you will definitely know. I will make it a well-visible announcement here when the time comes for that. And, let's see, I think that's all the important news I had. I don't think I'll be taking anything down from the YouTube channel. I've debated about taking the past live streams that were up. down, and also I've thought about changing some of the information on a few of the... Uh-oh, it's going to be a good shot. Okay, good. On a few of the previous videos, mainly because some of the early videos didn't have, wise-ass wisecracks in the titles, and I've since thought of some. I also have a banner in mind for the video channel, so I'm going to see about putting that up. That may not be up immediately, but if not, stay tuned. And finally, I want to just give thanks again for everybody that gave me words of encouragement when I wasn't doing streaming or putting anything up. The folks that told me, hey, don't rush, we're here, we'll be here when you come back, we're we like you enough to not just totally diss you. And I do feel bad that I just kind of disappeared and didn't say much, even though I did post the videos. But I promise I will keep in better touch this time around, and if there is going to be some substantial delay in things, like more than a day or so, I will post something up so everybody knows what's going on. I don't want to have anybody feel slighted because I don't have content up, but I also don't want to give anybody unnecessary worry. Yeah, and your support is definitely appreciated. You guys and gals make this very fun to do, and I definitely want to keep doing it. So I'm in if you all are. Okay, well, with that, I think I've gotten pretty much everything I want to say done. Let me just check. Yes, I wrote things down this time. Brilliant idea, right? Just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, I think I mentioned the video. One thing else about the variances in the video, I did mention some audio might be off. You may also see different things in the video, like there may not be my handsome mug talking to you. You may see a chat window. You may just see a still image. You may see different room decorations around, varying beard lengths, because this stuff is getting pulled from all the way back in 2019 in some cases. So don't be surprised if you get some future past shock there. It's I think it's good stuff. Why waste it? So I believe that'll be everything. So I wish all of you very good times, very good health. Thank you so much for being so patient. The channel is back, and we're going to have some fun. All of us together. Take care of yourselves. Happy Halloween. Until we game again.